Welcome to the Budget Archive. My name is Mitch. Today we have a deck that's all about going hard and fast. Let's get into the deck list. With Spirit of Fire, Zander Prepared Scout, Zander Deaf Executor. This is generally used for the 2 prep counters, enabling a slice and dice for game. However, you can use it to bring something like a planted explosive back, enabling you to get extra damage through. Assassin Ripper, used with slice and dice. If you use this with slice and dice while you've got 4 prep counters, you're doing 15 damage. Blinding Orb allows you to make each opponent put 2 cards from their hand into their memory. This is just a great way to get around interaction and enable you to go for the kill. Mercenary's Blade is generally used with its ability by removing a prep counter to bring it out, followed up by blazing throwing it at your opponent. Poison Dagger, probably the best Regalia in this deck. Enters the field rested, so you do have to bring it out ahead of time. However, once it is awake, you can banish it, deal 1 damage to generally your opponent's champion. It does say unit. And then as a class bonus, until end of turn, if that unit would take damage, it takes that much damage plus 1 instead. So this is generally used while you've got a board of allies on board, enabling an extra damage from each ally, but can also be used with attack and spell cards to just get extra damage tipped through. Safeguard Amulet, 4 damage from non-attack sources prevented. Good protection card. Smoke Bombs is used on your opponent's taunt allies generally, allowing you to attack through it and attack their face. However, it can be used to protect your allies as well if that's required. Terrafring, until end of turn your opponent can't declare attacks unless they pay 2. Good protection card, generally allows you to get an extra turn when used. Impact Hammer, this is generally used with Rending Flames, making Rending Flames be a 5 attack doubled to a 10. You've got to be careful of this though, because it does do 3 damage to yourself. So just don't go using this if you don't have to. Varakan Soul Knife, just like Mercenary's Blade, you're generally going to bring it out using its ability, and then blazing throw it at your opponent afterwards. In the main board we have Lurking Assailant, Sable Remnant, Slice and Dice. This is one of your main kill attacks. Swerving Spring, this is again is a bit of a flex spot. Prevents 2 damage to be dealt to target unit this turn. Put a prep counter on your champion. It's really just here for prep generation and to give you a bit of protection for your allies. Blazing Throw the Varakan Soul Knife or the Mercenary's Blade. You can also attack with the Impact Hammer and then throw it at your opponent as well. Captivating Cutthroat ends up being a 3-1 that deals 1 damage to you when you attack for a 2-drop. Pretty good. Carpenter Apprentice, 2 damage to yourself, draw a card. So it cycles itself, giving you a 1-1 body as well. Quasi Arsonist, 2-2 for 3, not the greatest stat line. You can remove a prep counter from your champion to give it stealth. Generally you won't do this because you need all your prep counters you can get for Slice and Dice and bringing out the likes of Mercenary's Blade. Kohazi Courier, great card, 1-2 with stealth. Has an on hit of draw a card then discard a card. If it's a fire element card discarded, choose a unit and deal damage to it. Mixed with the Poison Dagger, this ends up being 4 total damage. But also allows you to get 5 cards into your graveyard to then use Rending Flames. Demolition, 3 damage to target unit, 3 for 3, pretty good. Hasty Messenger, a good way to filter cards, so on attack, discard a card. If you do draw a card, gets more fire into the bin to boost up that Rending Flames. Increasing Danger, this is a bit of a risky card. You will generally only use this if you know you're going first. And if you only use it on your first turn. Just going into the late turn, you're giving your opponent too much advantage with using this. If you win the game 1, game 2, you'll sideboard this out for a couple of the cards in your sideboard. Manic Zealot, on death, deal 2 damage to each champion, being a 1 damage. Generally your opponent's not going to want to kill this, so you're constantly getting 1 damage through, and when it does die, you're going to be dealing 2 damage to each champion. Mark Target, deal 1 damage to target unit, put a prep counter on your champion. Game, good prep generation, as well as allowing you to get an extra damage through. Planted Explosives has prepare 1, so you have to remove a prep counter in order to prepare it. Deal 2 damage to target unit. If it's prepped, deal 4 damage to that unit instead. Generally you're going to use this for 4 damage most of the time. Reduce to Ash. The one problem with this deck is that things like Nullifying Lantern do hurt it quite a bit. So we've got 2 copies of Reduced to Ash in the main board, just to allow you to destroy target item or weapon with memory cost 0 or reserve cost 4 or less. You can also use this to destroy other things on the field that your opponent may want to keep around. Rending Flames, probably the best card in the deck. 3 attack for 3. Allows you to banish 3 fire cards from your graveyard, and if you do, it gains whenever this attack would deal damage. It deals that much damage doubled. So you use this with Impact Hammer, which would then be doubled to 10. This card is slightly over the budget. I believe it is about $3 each at the time of recording. However, for a deck like this, it's kind of required, hence why we went over the budget requirements. In the sideboard, we have Nullifying Mirror. This is generally used into win decks running Veiling Breeze, and just allows you to force them to use it before you do anything, or you can use this in response to the Veiling Breeze to stop it from preventing any damage. Poison Coating Oil is just here to bring in for if your opponent isn't playing any allies or attack stuff. You can take Terraforming out, bring this in, and same goes if they're not using any skill or spell damage, you can take Safeguard Amulet out and bring this in. Viridian Protective Trinket, this version of it definitely isn't budget, however the original is, hence why it meets the budget requirements. This is a great card to bring in against water and just catch them off guard. Generally you can get a kill through the first game you bring this out, where they thought they would have some interaction, however bringing this out stops them from being able to interact. Extraction Incision, 2 drop, 3 attack, True Sight. Great to remove any stealth allies that you're having problems with, or to attack your opponent if they give themselves stealth. It also has on kill, put a prep count on your champion, which is just an upside if you're killing a stealth unit. Immolation Trap in this deck is generally going to be a free skill. Has destroy target damaged ally. Generally against large allies you're going to attack it with a 1/1 like Clumsy or any other ally, and then use this to destroy it, meaning you don't have to attack with all your allies towards that one ally. Just great into decks that run like Gembu and Majestic Spirit. And then in the sideboard we also have 1 copy of Reduced to Ash, just if your opponent is running Nullifying Lantern, it can be good to bring this in. To finish things off, we have the cost breakdown. Material deck comes to $4.21, main deck comes to $18.43, and sideboard comes to $5.46. That brings the whole deck cost to $28.10. Now this is a pretty good price for a deck like this, and leaves us a lot of room for upgrades in the future. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure to check out our other videos, and check if we've got any giveaways currently going. See you next time.